There's a reason most criminals get caught. It isn't bad luck. It isn't intelligence. It's emotion. Fear makes people rush. Greed makes them careless. And ego makes them predictable. But in Crime 101, Mike Davis isn't like most criminals. He doesn't chase chaos. He studies systems. And more importantly, he lives by rules. Not suggestions, not guidelines, rules. And one of those rules is also the reason his system eventually begins to fail. Before we go deeper, a quick note. There are minor tactical spoilers ahead. Nothing that ruins the experience, but enough to understand how Davis thinks. Now let's break the system. Rule number 1. No emotion. Emotion is the enemy of precision. Most thieves make mistakes in the moment. Their heart races, their judgment fades. But Davis treats a multi-million-dollar heist the way a mathematician solves an equation. Every movement calculated, every second measured. He doesn't control the pressure, he removes it. Because the most dangerous opponent is the one who stays calm. Rule number 2. No crew. In crime, loyalty is a myth. People panic, people talk, people get scared when consequences become real. And when fear sets in, people start making deals. Davis understands that the biggest threat to any operation isn't the police. It's the people standing next to you. No partners, no witnesses, no loose ends. Working alone is harder, but surviving afterward is easier. Rule number 3. No trace. Rule number 4. No violence. These two rules protect him from the two things that bring the most heat: forensics and headlines. If you leave DNA, you're already on borrowed time. If you spill blood, the entire system wakes up. Local police become federal investigations. Quiet robberies become national news. So Davis avoids both. No trace, no violence. Silence becomes his signature. Rule number 5. Stick to the 101. This is where Davis stops being careful and starts being brilliant. He strikes along the Pacific Coast Highway, not randomly, but strategically. Because American law enforcement is fragmented. City departments, county sheriffs, state agencies. Each has its own jurisdiction, each has its own procedures, and coordination takes time. Davis strikes fast and crosses those invisible borders before the system can react. Radios are still syncing, reports are still being filed, and he's already gone. The system moves slow, he moves fast. Rule number 6. No patterns. Patterns are how investigators build profiles. Repeat a method, repeat a target, repeat a timing. Eventually, someone connects the dots. But Davis never gives them dots to connect. 1 month a luxury boutique, the next a private courier, then something completely different. Different targets, different methods, different timing. To Detective Lou Lubinitz, played by Mark Ruffalo, he isn't a suspect, he's a question mark. Rule number 7. Never leave a thirsty witness. This is the rule that reveals just how calculated he really is. After a robbery, Davis gives the guards water, speaks calmly, acts professional. At first, it almost seems like kindness, but it isn't. It's psychology. Adrenaline sharpens memory. Calmness weakens it. By lowering their stress levels, Davis doesn't just control the crime scene, he controls the story that witnesses remember later. Faces fade, voices blur, details disappear. That isn't compassion, that's strategy. For years, these rules make Davis invisible. Not because he's lucky, not because the police are incompetent, but because he understands something most criminals never learn. Crime isn't about speed, it's about discipline. It's about patience, it's about control. Control of fear, control of timing, control of people. But no system is perfect. Every strategist eventually faces the same enemy: variables. Things you cannot predict, things you cannot control. For Davis, that variable is another person. When he is forced to recruit a partner, a reckless wild card played by Barry Keoghan, rule number 2 is broken. And the moment that rule breaks, everything begins to change. Because another person doesn't just bring help, they bring emotion, impulse, uncertainty. All the things Davis spent his life avoiding. And for the first time, the ghost starts to bleed. Because in the end, every perfect system fails somewhere. The only question is where. If you were Mike Davis, which rule would have been the hardest to follow? No emotion, no crew, or no patterns? Tell me in the comments. I read every one. And if you enjoy breaking down movies beyond the surface, subscribe to 4x4 Cinema, where every frame has a story. I'll see you in the next one.